Today on Who is That Saint? We're meeting a man who went from courtrooms to cloisters, then straight into battle for souls. Saint Fidelis of Sigmaringen was born in 1577 in the town of Sigmaringen, in what's now Germany. His birth name was Martyr. A gifted student, he studied law and philosophy and became a successful lawyer. But unlike most hotshot attorneys of his day, he had a dangerous flaw: a conscience. Nicknamed the poor man's lawyer, Mark often represented the underdog, refusing bribes, refusing corruption, and doing something unheard of, actually defending the truth. But he grew disillusioned. The courtrooms reeked of moral decay. So Mark walked away from it all. He joined the Capuchin Franciscans, took the name Fidelis, which means faithful, and threw himself into preaching. He wasn't content with cozy monastery life. He asked to be sent to the mission fields of Switzerland, where the Protestant Reformation had taken a tight grip. His task: win back hearts and souls for the Catholic faith. And let me tell you, this was no pulpit picnic. The region was crawling with hostile Calvinists. Fidelis knew the risks. In fact, he once said, "I came to extirpate heresy, not to embrace it." He was fearless. His sermons were bold, unapologetic, and fiery. People either converted, or they tried to kill him. On April 24, 1622, in the town of Siwis, he was preaching when an armed mob stormed the church. They dragged him outside and demanded he renounce the Pope. He refused. They beat him to death with clubs and swords. A martyr's crown, bought with a lawyer's courage and a friar's faith. But here's where it gets miraculous. Fidelis's death wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. Many of those who witnessed his murder later converted. Even some of his executioners were struck with remorse and became Catholic. His blood planted seeds that bloomed. He was canonized just 66 years later, in 1746, by Pope Benedict XIV. Today, Saint Fidelis is known as the proto-martyr of the Capuchins, the first of many in his order to die for the faith. Would you speak truth boldly even if it cost you your life? Saint Fidelis reminds us that clarity isn't cruelty, and that sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is stand firm. Quote of the day: "Woe to me if I should prove myself but a half-hearted soldier in the service of my thorn-crowned captain." Saint Fidelis.